Hey guys, how's it going, Companion? So I'm coming in from the Maldives, island country that you guys probably never heard of off the coast of India, but regardless, we're here to talk about some Hearthstone. So today I want to talk to you guys about the interesting nature of secrets in Hearthstone, because with each expansion it seems like Blizzard keeps introducing a new secret here, a new secret there, and just the secret synergistic type of theme seems to be elevated much more when you come to a point where you literally can't play around every single secret. You know, when the game first came out, there was much fewer secrets in the game, and out of those few secrets that were even in the game at all, very few of those even saw play. So there was really no surprise factor. There wasn't much thought behind playing or choosing not to play against a secret or a particular secret. So today I kind of want to tell you guys what the situation is like. I want to tell you guys the general parameters to playing around secrets. While, you know, it is kind of like second nature to a lot of people that play Hearthstone a lot, I think it's interesting to put it into words, to realize what's going on, because with this form you can kind of understand it maybe a little bit better, and when a new secret comes out you have a better way to analyze things. And then I'll show you guys some pretty cool interactions I've had with secrets in the last few months. So, secrets. Recently it's been a pretty big topic of discussion because of the Mysterious Challenger. The Mysterious Challenger Paladin has taken ladder almost by storm. It's not the best deck, but it's the best brainless to play deck. Most of the other decks that turn out better than actually require a lot of experience, a lot of like know-how, a lot of practice. Well, this deck you basically just smash your opponent's face in because this card is pretty broken. It's pretty broken because of all the Paladin secrets at once make a pretty big impact on the game. So let's talk about this scenario, the most recent introduction in secrets. Paladins can pull 5 secrets from their deck with Mysterious Challenger. I believe the maximum number of secrets is 5 in the general sense, and I know there's ways where you can get more into play, but it's so rare. I think I've personally never seen it in my probably 20,000 games of Hearthstone. I've never seen more than 5 secrets ever in play, so don't even worry about that. Mysterious Challenger is a pretty interesting guy. Basically every single time you're going to see him play, you're going to have Repentance, which is going to make the first minion that you play pretty horrible. You're always going to have the Get Down, the Noble Sacrifice, and when you kill the Noble Sacrifice, it's going to avenge, and it might avenge on the Mysterious Challenger. Usually the best way to deal with all this mess is if you have a creature, you attack. You kind of want to control the board so that on turn 6, when he plays Mysterious Challenger, it's the only creature on the board. You attack. It triggers Noble Sacrifice. Noble Sacrifice triggers on the Mysterious Challenger, and at that point you can kind of put like a taunt creature in the way. You can maybe freeze it, you can maybe do something else, or because Avenge triggered on him, you can maybe get a big game hunter. But if you do have like a taunt, you'll also get the Competitive Spirit. It's also going to trigger on it, but it might trigger as well on the Noble Sacrifice unless you're able to kill it twice because of Redemption. So with this scenario, with this tricky kind of assortment of secrets, it is pretty powerful, but it's very manageable. But people who don't play the game, who aren't that experienced with secrets, how to play around them, they actually struggle with this a lot. And this deck, unlike a lot of the other super aggressive decks like Face Hunter or something like that, it pushes a lot of new players out because they just don't know how these mechanic works, because it's just a bit advanced. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about Mysterious Challenger. You guys probably experienced quite a bit of this on ladder, and most of the interaction that you'll see is either going to be the empty board situation where you handle it in the way that I described, or if they have a full board and they play Mysterious Challenger, you're dead. So, there's just no point really talking about that. Now, there are a lot of other secret interactions. Paladin, of course, is a secret class, but really it doesn't see any secret play outside of that in that very specific situation, except for maybe like an aggro pally, like a face pally might run like Avenge, just because it synergizes pretty well with Divine Favor. But that's really about it. There are a few more secret classes, but before we go into that, it's important to know that because of cards like Nefarian, because of cards like Nexus Champion, champion Sarad, because like Spellslinger, you're always going to have some random game where a class who doesn't normally have secrets, it obtains the secrets. So it does happen, the case does occur where things get a little bit crazy, but in the general case, the Paladins got that, and moving on, we have the Hunter. The Hunter is a very interesting one because recently they got an edition of the Bear Trap in the TGT expansion. The Bear Trap is a very good example to how we're going to end this. I'm going to talk about how you play around these secrets, because Bear Trap kind of works in exactly the same way that Explosive Trap does, and both are played. Bear Trap isn't really that popular, but it does see some play. It does see some play throughout the whole spectrum of ranks on ladder, as does Explosive Trap. So often, if they have a Bear Trap, if your opponent can't really do anything, he might actually play around Explosive Trap, thinking that it is Explosive Trap even though it's Bear Trap. And then, you know, this kind of evolution, this adding to the pool of the total number of secrets, creates the situations where it's no longer simple. It's no longer, can I play around this? It's, I don't know what this is, and I have to take sometimes a ridiculous amount of risk. And that's when it gets really interesting. Generally, hunters like the freeze traps, and they like the explosive traps with the face variety. Sometimes the snake, not too much there. There isn't that much strategy involved in the hunter outside of the bear trap, explosive trap interaction. There's also misdirection. It's just, you never really see that, but sometimes you do when you lose to it because of the surprise factor. The other secret class, of course, Mage. Mage is considered one of the most powerful secret classes because when a card, Mad Scientist, came into play in Naxxramas, it made it so secrets that cost more effectively make the death rattle more powerful. And Mage has the 3 mana secrets, so it does elevate it a little bit. Also, Mage in the TGT patch was given the Effigy card. Effigy is a good secret because it basically provides tempo. The tempo secrets on the Mage are the mirror entities, the effigies, and in some cases like a counter spell, because there's many ways to get these secrets into play, and these are the most common because they do something right away. Someone might play a card like Duplicate, but Duplicate doesn't do something right away. You have to play the minion again, and if you have a full hand, you may actually not want to do that until much later in the game. And those type of control battles are usually quite rare. They're not usually what it's going to take for a game to end. Now, the Mage, the Effigy secret, kind of works in exact same way that Duplicate does, and in some cases you won't want to duplicate a card, but you would want to effigy it. So if there is like a Doomsayer in play, you know, you do want to effigy that because it's just going to be a 2-drop creature. But if it's duplicate, you know, what do? You don't want to give him 2 more Doomsayers. If Doomsayer is in his deck, he probably has freeze effects, he probably has many ways to manipulate the way the card works, and it makes it so, you know, Doomsayer is just a much more powerful card in the hand of the player. So it makes it so the secret play in Hearthstone has evolved to a stage, and from this stage I don't think it will ever reverse. Playing against secrets is very interesting because you have to kind of concede some things. So the first ingredient to kind of understanding how you should play around a secret is understanding the probability of what they might have. So, you know, if you're playing against the Mage, specifically in Arena, most likely they have Mirror Entity because it's the most powerful common secrets, and it's just the most likely one they're going to have simply because of that. So first you want to play around Mirror Entity, and if you can afford to play around other stuff, then you can start playing around it. But in some situations, you'll kind of realize that you kind of have to adapt this as well. In some situations, you only have that one big creature in your hand against the mirror entity. So you come to the stage where you realize that if your opponent just played a mirror entity and you play around mirror entity by not playing the creature, you'll just lose the game. So in order to not lose the game, you will have to take a risk, and basically, if it's mirror entity, I lose. If it's not, the game will continue. And this is the extreme situation, but generally we have a point where we come to a compromise, where There's so many secrets out there now that you have to apply this method, and in the end, you kind of have to give in some situations. So let's talk about the bear trap, explosive trap situation. If it's explosive trap and you give your opponent 2 more damage to face that turn, you know, let's say he can kill you. Let's say you're at 4 life and your opponent has explosive trap, or he has a trap that could be explosive trap or bear trap, or misdirect, I suppose. You can choose if you want to attack face, and if it's explosive trap, you just lose the game. But you have to attack in a way to optimize against bear trap, because if it's bear trap, maybe you can win the game. In some situations, you know, if they have explosive trap up and you're at 4 life, but you might have healing in the deck, in that situation, you might want to try to stall the game out. Maybe in the next turn you will draw the heal, you will draw the counter. So that's where it is. Secrets are just so cool in Hearthstone because they force you to play certain ways, they force you to assess the probability of certain secrets, and they force you to basically give in and understand your exact position in the game to make a perfectly risk-calculated play. And this is like really high-level play that really, even though it's frustrating sometimes that you can't actually play in a reactive sense to a spell that's already been played, it makes it so the game is just so interesting in some situations. So, secrets, they're just really cool, and I do hope that we see more of them, even though at this stage in the game, maybe it's a little bit overcomplicated. I really like it, and I think it's overall pretty good for advanced level play. So, that's where we're at. Love the secrets. Hopefully I give you guys some insight on how to generally think about the situation, and maybe the next time you're faced with a tough secret decision, I've helped you make a slightly better call. For now though, enjoy the clips. Hope you guys enjoy my talk, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we have to try. Probably freeze. I mean, we could always kill it with the weaponsmith next turn. I should play the Worgen and try to proc explosive. Misdirect. Oh my god, really? 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 The fuck are the odds of that? Wow. I just got slammed fucking jammed, dude. I lost this game. Game's over. This deck is pretty low curve, but I like Silent Knight. It's a golden hunter. Okay. Hero power on 2 is generally fine, but against the hunter it might be kind of bad. I can attack Buccaneer and attack again. Is that really the best play? Then I don't have a 4-drop. I can also just Buccaneer to combo. I think in either case I'm attacking, so let's just attack. And we'll figure out what we're doing next turn. This has happened a lot with this deck, where I draw that card at the worst possible fucking time. We have no taunts, so life is really precious. But we were taking 2 damage no matter what.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here. Shush.
I think I'll probably just kill it with a Matter Bomber, so I think I just won't attack here. Because if the Matter Bomber kills it, if it attacks me, it's the same amount of damage, except I keep my weapon, And I think I'm doing badly enough that I need that to actually occur.
Silver moon shall not fall. Silence!
Did someone say bomb?
First one killed. Alright, you're forgiven, Bomber. Well, it did kill both of his creatures, but that's literally the worst one that actually kills both creatures. Or it kills mine as well.
This guy's toast.
No, I'm pretty dead. I just have no taunt, no heal. It's a hunter. I'm gonna lose.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Here we go.
The fact that he didn't go all out face and arcane shot face means he has like almost no extra damage.
Here we go.
For the Alliance!
I don't think I can gain lethal in any way. I have almost no damage.
Kaboom!
The only card that stops this shit is Argent Commander, so I can't sprint into it.
Here we go. Yeah, beat it.
I might have to sprint into Saboteur to deny lethal, but this is how it has to be done.
X marks the spot.
Okay, okay.
Squire, attend me.
Here we go.
This is the only way I can threaten lethal. I can't play around Unleash and threaten lethal, and I don't think I can stay alive if he has Unleash 2 turns, so I have to play into Unleash. This is exact lethal right now. Did he just top deck an explosive trap?
They are bent to my command.
Alright, if it's Bear Trap, I can attack with that. I can take out Bear Trap with that, and then I could lose these two. Yeah.
Battle!
Too soon.
If you insist.
Here we go.
I'm dead to 2 damage. It's the only play I can make. There's no card that I could have sprint into to help me get lethal in that situation. Oh! What's up, boys? Alright, that was a pretty sick game.